but realizing that you don't have to do it all on your own. So, oh my god, sorry, the video just split on the screen. I was like, hold on, I guess I can only record up to 5 or 4 gigabytes on one video. So I don't know how I'm going to post the video. Actually, I guess we're going to have to do it in 2 parts then, because yeah, I'll have to upload, because I do it through my phone now, so I can either put it on my computer and upload it, or I can upload them separately as 2 parts. So I think I might have to do it as 2 parts. Given we're already almost at the end of the reading, I'm not sure how I should do that. I'll make it work. I'll figure it out. Maybe there's like a way for me to do this. Probably putting it on my computer and then putting it back on my phone, or just uploading it through my computer. Anyways, it's aside from the point. But yes, guys. So it's this energy of this passion, this sensuality, this sexuality. It's going to transform you, bring you out of this sadness, understanding you do not have to do this by yourself. Your divine counterpart is here to help you transform, and understanding that the divine is bringing this in for you for healing and transformation. Okay? Yeah, those are all the cards I have here. Right? Alright, well, given the fact that we're basically over like the first part, I guess you could say, Spirit's telling me to go ahead and pull with another deck, guys. We're gonna get some kind of final messages here for you in another deck. We're gonna pull from the Mystical Capture real quick. We're gonna get some final closing messages here for you, and we're gonna see what comes up. Okay, so excuse me, my back is a little feeling odd. All right, Spirit, what do we have here? I need my. I flipped out. We have a big old stack here. Okay. Yeah, so bottom of the deck we do have Death reversed. It can speak of this. Oh, this is interesting. It can speak of this energy of maybe resisting transformation. I feel like this is coming out as your person now. And the reason I say this, guys, is because we have these here, right? We have the, I'm holding it all weird. Okay, we have the King of Swords, which is the Sky King. We have the, oh, is there an extra card in here? Okay, so we have the Queen of Pentacles, which would be Earth Queen. And then we have the Ten of Swords reversed and the Emperor reversed, right? Yeah, so what I'm really feeling like here, I feel like this is speaking on the energy that Spirit came in to close out for us, okay? This feels like the reason the Emperor is in reverse and the reason these people are in the upright is feeling like there are people that are just not ready to let go of your person, is what it feels like. It's like there's a death in reverse, and that's coming through very strongly, right? I feel like there's this energy of people around them, and it can just be family, it can be friends. It doesn't really feel like it. It can be ex-lovers and stuff too, but it feels like there's this sense of either you or your person having trouble letting go of the past, is what it feels like. It seems like we're getting onto some of the more intricate aspects of this connection, and maybe what has been keeping you held back, what has been keeping this death in reverse. It looks like Spirit wants me to talk a little bit about why this has been so stagnant, because I feel like Spirit wants to give us a little bit of insight into what has been going on behind the scenes, right? And that's what it feels like to me. It feels like this energy of I don't know, and Spirit just seems to want to give me insight into why your Emperor or why your masculine energy has been so quiet, perhaps has been so in their own space. It's because they are stepping into their power. It's coming to terms with what they want out of a relationship, and it's coming to terms with how to move about that. And I feel like with the Ten of Swords reverse and the Death reverse, that's where that stagnant energy was coming from. It doesn't feel like it was because there were other people involved in the way you thought there were. That's what I'm seeing now. It's like you may have thought that they were like, you know, maybe dating a bunch of people, talking to a bunch of people, and while they may have, you know, had options and stuff, it doesn't feel like that's something they were exploring. It feels like what they've been doing is keeping to themselves so that they can come into their power, step into their power, right? Because we had the Emperor come out earlier in the reading as your person. And so it wasn't the as a bottom of the deck energy. So it's yeah, to me this feels like Spirit is just stepping in and just wants you to know that, like, whatever you thought it was that was going on is not what you thought it was, right? It doesn't feel like that was the case, guys. It does not feel the case at all. Spirit seems to really want to reiterate that right now, that what you thought was happening, like with your person, maybe you thought they were doing this, doing that, it doesn't feel like that was the case at all. And I feel like Spirit's kind of asking me to say that you guys should show a little bit more compassion and understanding, right? If it's a counterpart situation, This person, understand they're going to be a lot like you. And so if you're not that kind of person that would be doing something like that, then you can understand that your counterpart likely would not be doing things like that either, right? Because you guys do mirror each other. And so it's one of those things that Spirit just really, really, really wants me to reiterate that it is not what you thought it was. There were not as many people involved as you thought, and a lot of the separation has been going on for your person to step into their power. Also saying that Spirit is asking you to let your person step into their power and maybe stop trying to force them into their power. Because if you consistently try to get your person to step into a specific area, you're almost kind of stepping in the way of the divine. You're kind of getting in the way of Spirit's plan for this connection. And it's understanding that there's a deeper transformation going on beyond what you're able to either comprehend or see. And it's not speaking on your intelligence or in any kind of way, emotional or mental, right? Or spiritual. All right, Spirit. Would you like to get on with some more energies here? Okay. Yeah, I think I'm going to upload this into 2 parts, just from my phone. I think we can do that. I think that would be nice. Because Spirit usually Spirit will tell me when to stop and stuff, but Spirit seems to want me to continue to go here for this connection right now. Yeah, Spirit's telling me we're going to close it out a little bit after this, but Spirit has a couple more messages for you guys real quick. Yeah, it just feels like somebody out there really needs some reassurance right now, is what Spirit is telling me, and this is what this is for. So part 2 seems to be more of like a reassurance kind of reading. It's like the first part was like letting you know what's going on. The second part is just letting you know like this is actually coming together for you, but on Spirit's time, not on your time, right? Which is difficult as humans. We want things to happen when we want them to happen, but sometimes Spirit has a bigger plan for us, right? So let's go ahead and see what comes out here. Yeah, exactly, guys. We have the 3 of Wands. And so to me, this is just saying Spirit's coming through and saying like, hey, like this new connection and new beginning is happening for you. It is coming through. You just got to be patient, right? And I feel like more than anything, this is a reiteration of the energy we were having with your person. It's like Spirit's trying to tell us that, yeah, they're just in this space right now because they want to come into this space with you. And they're really gaining their confidence is what it feels like. 3 of Wands to me can feel like regaining confidence to move forward with something, because 3 of Wands itself can be a very playful energy. And it's like this person is wanting to step into this energy, but it's going to take them regaining their confidence with the Emperor reversed. They are doing so though. As you can tell, they've been focusing on their finances. They've been really sifting through their thoughts and maybe not fully finished with what it is they're going through. I mean, I feel like healing is a lifelong journey, and I think this is what this person is now realizing. Either you or your person are now realizing that this connection is what is going to bring that deeper sense of healing in. And I think Spirit is coming through to reiterate like, hey, this person is now understanding that this connection is really what's going to bring you into that space. And not only you, but your person are realizing that is what's going to be happening soon. I'd like to pull some more cards here though. Clarify the 3 of Wands. Yeah, that one flew up. Yeah, 8 of Swords. So I feel like you're in the space of really needing to free yourself from the mental entrapment is what I'm feeling. It's like the need to really understand. It's almost like Spirit's trying to say that you haven't been seeing things clearly, and it's not that you don't have a strong intuition, but it's because Spirit has been trying to get you to strengthen your intuition. And this is why this separation has been happening, because a lot of the times when there is a separation, we can get really stuck in our heads about things, and we can really get into a space of questioning what it is that's coming into us. Our fears are triggered, our desires that we want start to be triggered. We start to question whether what we are experiencing is real, and Spirit's coming through to say that it very much is real, but you just need to free yourself from your mind, right? Okay, Spirit wants me to do about 1 more pull or so here. The second part might not be nearly as long, because it's, yeah, it might be. I mean, we're getting like up into 15 minutes, I think, of the second part, but it might not be as long as we're reading here. Yeah, because I have to get going as well, so I'm going to just pull a few more cards. Okay, we got the 3 of Cups again, guys. Yep. Bottom of the deck, we have the Priest. That is spiritual lessons being learned, stepping into your spiritual purpose, stepping into your spiritual power, and the Three of Cups. I feel like right now, Spirit wants to remind you that celebratory energies are on its way to you, but it's going to take you freeing yourself from this mental space. Because think about, like, once they do, like, let's say like your person comes back like tonight, right? Let's say you're in separation and your person like is like comes back with all that, the wand energy and all the passion and all this. Are you ready for that? Are you truly ready for that? And what I mean by that is, are you in a space where you feel like you can actually accept what is coming in? Or are you going to be trapped in this mental entrapment space of not believing what is happening because of your past, whether that's between you or your person? Are you going to be able to accept what's coming in? And Spirit is trying to remind you that should you free yourself from this, should you begin to see things more clearly, like Spirit has been asking us to with the Hermit card and the Death card and the Judgment card and the Three of Cups coming out twice and the Three of Wands and the Seven of Wands that came out and the Nine of Wands that came out. It's just like the cards don't lie. I feel like it's really, really easy to get stuck in our heads, guys, especially when we're not used to receiving so many blessings. I feel like a lot of us in the spiritual community, specifically those of us that, those of you that watch these videos, have been in that space before, where you have been through so much. You have been put through the ringer, and that was to make you stronger, to help you heal, to really just help, ancestral karma, all that kind of stuff, like healing your own karma, ancestral karma, and now the karma of the relationship. We have 4444 on the clock. And it's one of those things where, your angels are coming through, spirits coming through, ancestors coming through, and they're like celebrating with you. This is what it feels like. It's like they're coming through and they're trying to get you to understand that this is so much more beautiful than you may be seeing right now. And that's understandable. It's like spirits saying that it's okay if you don't see it the way it's coming through for you. It's okay if you're having trouble accepting the beautiful blessings that will be making their way to you. Spirit just wants you to know that you are so loved, protected, and guided that there's nothing to worry about. All of your worries are really just in your head, guys. They're just in your head, okay? I'm not trying to like gaslight you or anything. I'm not trying to gaslight you saying what you're feeling is not true, because in some cases, yeah, certain experiences and thoughts can be, an actual thing, but I feel like when it comes to it, just has to do with believing that you are deserving of this, and even if you don't believe it, you're still going to get it. I feel like there's certain blessings that cannot be denied from us, regardless of who steps in or what happens. Spirit will always bring them into us because we are divine beings that deserve love and blessings. Final pull here for you guys. Final pull. Alright, Spirit, do you have any final messages here for us with the Mr. Tarot deck? What do we have? Yeah, Seven of Swords. Change in perspective, guys. I feel like Spirit's really trying to bring in a change of perspective for you. And it's this energy of like this person coming in and this new beginning, this new passionate encounter that may be happening for you in the future, is going to, you're going to maybe be a little untrusting, and the Spirit is like, okay, well, this is what you've been asking for, right? Like, you've been asking for this, you've been praying for this, you communicate with Spirit consistently, you maintain your connection with yourself, you stay in alignment with yourself. So then why would you question that? It's almost as if, why would you question yourself? Like, do you trust yourself enough to believe your intuition? Because I know for me personally, like when I do readings for myself, or when I do these readings for the collective, and if I resonate with them and then I get stuck in my head about stuff, I immediately think back to this energy. I immediately think back to the Eight of Swords energy, and I think back to times where I have had trouble believing things because I was stuck in my head about it. And so I think Spirit just really wanted to come through again strongly to say, you deserve what is coming into you, and it is not what you think it is. It is not this Seven of Swords energy. This is in your head. Spirit is really trying to get you to change your perspective on that, because not only is that going to help it come in faster, but when it does come in, you're going to be able to really accept it. Because think about, like, if you were in your person's shoes, right? And let's say your person you were in their shoes, and you were the one that was going to make this, do that, and all the guidance that Spirit is giving to you. And how would you feel if your person was very untrusting, if they weren't believing what it was you were saying, right? Knowing that you share such a powerful and pure connection, being untrusting of that, it would make the other person feel, not so great. And I think it's important to understand how your mental blocks can affect the other person in the connection, specifically for when they do decide to come through. Keep in mind there is still free will on both parts, but still realizing that, like, if you truly want this with your person, there's a need to just really accept it, and just really, I feel like they just need you to trust them is what I'm hearing. It's almost like as if your person's coming through to give me a message through spirit, and it's like they really need you to trust them. They know they have made mistakes in the past. They know they are not perfect, but you have to understand that a lot of the times people act out of unconsciousness. They're not always aware of the things they do, especially if they have people around them that are negatively impacting them. But as you've seen, especially in the daily readings on my Instagram, that's all been cleared out. Like, it's already on the way out. It's pretty much done is what I'm hearing. It's already been cleared. It's been taken care of. It's been handled. And so now the only thing left for you to do is really come into that sense of trust. Understand, what does trust mean for you in a connection like this? How can you strengthen your trust with yourself, spirit, and thus your person? Okay, let's get some advice. How can we come out of that energy, spirit? What do you recommend for us, the collective, to learn to trust what is coming into us, and really use our intuition? Like, if you trust your intuition, then you can trust anybody. And what I mean by that is your intuition, if you're in touch with it to the point where you do not question your intuition, then you will know when things are not authentic, right? But when things do come in and your intuition is telling you it's cool, then you can trust that, right? Let's see what final pull we have here for the collective, guys. Yeah, Spirit keeps telling me your struggles are not going to go in vain. All of the nights you've spent alone, sad, scared, alone, Spirit sees that. Your guides see that, and that is why you deserve these blessings coming in. So Spirit wants to reiterate to me here. You can trust what is coming into you. If you trust your intuition, you can trust this, okay? Even if you're scared, and that's okay to be scared. It's normal, especially when it comes to a very intense connection like this. Seems like what collective is going through right now. Very intense connections. Okay, final cards here, spirits. Final card, okay. Yeah, man. Yeah, oh, yeah. Alright, guys, we got a really good closing message here for you. We have the Five of Wands reverse. We have the World. We have Nine of Cups. And we have the Tower. Okay, so that is exactly what we just talked about, is it not? You can trust this. You can trust this. Why? Because it is brought to you by the divine. It is what you have been praying for. It is what your person has been praying for. Spirit hears those things and brings people together that pray for the same things. And if you can trust your prayers, you can trust your person's prayers, because they want you as much as you want them, and that is what it feels like here. Even if it doesn't look that way right now, understand that there is such a deep transformation going on that this person just may not feel ready to talk about that. Think about times when you have been going through some of the biggest transformations in your life, right, with the Tower and the World here. What did that lead you towards? Nine of Cups, did it not? I mean, it's not a full 10 of Cups, right? But it doesn't have anything to do with... What I'm hearing here is this is your internal Nine of Cups, because your person is going to bring you that Ace of Cups. They're going to bring you that extra cup that's going to give you the 10 of Cups. And that's why I think Spirit's saying right now is a really good time to focus on that internal emotional stability and understand that the Tower coming in, we spoke of the Tower earlier, didn't we? That big external change, divine intervention coming in, is not going to be reflective of this. It's going to put an end to this. And you kind of just need to really trust the divine right now. I feel like Spirit is just like, yo, like, I really want you to trust me. Let me show you, is what Spirit is saying. Let me show you just how much we love you by bringing this into your life, bringing this Nine of Cups into your life. It's going to make you feel like this is what I feel like. This is still wish fulfillment, guys. Nine of Cups is still a very beautiful card, right? But I think the reason we're seeing the 9 here is because that extra cup, while it can be brought in through your other person, it's going to be brought in more so by your trust of the divine. You need to trust that the divine will bring in the 10, and it's going to be beautiful. And I feel like that's why the 9 is here, because there's a need to trust more. There's a need to trust the divine and trust your person, right? Because the World here, it speaks of divine fate, fated connections. It's very similar to the Wheel of Fortune. It can speak of the ending of difficult cycles, again, like the 10 of the Tarot, right? Is it the 10? No, this is a 21, which comes down to a 3, which can represent, you know, divine divine triad or whatever you will. But aside from the point, I think the final closing message I have for you guys is that you can trust this, and it's going to be beautiful for you. It's going to be sensual, sexual, passionate, emotional, committed. I mean, we even had the Earth Queen, did we not? And so I don't know where it was. Yeah, so like, and it was in your person's energy, and that to me tells me somebody who does want to commit, somebody who does want stability, somebody who knows what they want with you. They just need to come into that space of confidence that Spirit has been pushing them into to come forward to you to offer that. But it's going to take you needing to trust, right? If you think about embodying the divine feminine energy trusts like no other, because you are so in touch with your intuition as a divine feminine that there is no question in your mind that the things that the divine brings in can be trusted. Okay, I think that's got to be the closing message there for you, though, guys. That you can trust that what is coming into you is going to be a beautiful, beautiful thing. And I'm really, honestly, so happy. I mean, we got the Five of Cups reversed again coming out. It's not going to be a reflection of this, guys. It really isn't. It really isn't. It really is not. And it's understanding that I just feels like Spirit just wants me to say, like, you are on the right track. You are doing the right thing. So long as you stay in alignment with yourself and you keep your intentions pure, you are going to get what you want. You know what I mean? So long as within reason. You know what I mean? If you're like asking for things that are like going to be at the extreme detriment of somebody, to like, and you know, in like a negative aspect, of course, it's a little different. But like when you're asking for things to just want to be like have love in your life, want to come into union with your twin flame or your soulmate, want to just have a loving partner, you deserve those things, and Spirit will bring them to you because Spirit knows what you've been through. And I know I've said that a lot this reading, but it's because it's true. Spirit knows your heart. I don't want to say better than you do, because you know yourself better than anybody, but Spirit knows you. Spirit has been there with you through all of your struggles. Spirit has seen you when this was in the upright. Spirit has seen all of the disappointments. Spirit has heard all of your cries for help. Spirit listens to your prayers, and the universe responds. And just keep in mind, like, even if you do not fully believe it, it is still going to come into you. And that is what's going to get you to trust again too, because it's a two-way street. Like, Spirit saying, hey, like, I need you to trust me. And then you got to also be like, okay, Spirit, show me. And that, I feel like that's the relationship. That's the co-creation of it. That is what brings in those beautiful blessings that you deserve. It's through trusting the divine and letting the divine trust you. It's a relationship with the divine and the Spirit in general. It is a two-way street, and you can trust what is being brought into you because it's being brought into you by yourself, which is co-creating with Spirit and the divine, right? But that's all I got for you guys. This came out to be like an hour, almost an hour-long reading. It's going to be posted in 2 parts. I'll try to make it in a way that's going to make sense, but it's just going to continue through on the second part as I'm talking. I didn't even like mention, oh, this is a part 2. But it's going to be a 2-part reading. I'm not sure what I'm going to call it. It turned out to be another twin flame reading, it seems like, but it basically turned out to be another twin flame reading. I don't know what else to say. That's what Spirit wants me to read for these days, guys. I'm not mad about that. I enjoy it. So I appreciate anybody that has watched anything at all that I've done. Again, if you do want to see like daily timeless love messages that will likely continue this story and give some of the overall arching aspects, it'll be like the day-to-day, right? This is like an overarching theme of the relationship of the day-to-day. Daily messages are timeless. Again, they will kind of help you gain perspective on maybe some of the more difficult aspects you're facing in whatever it is you're going through. It's just like they're very reassuring messages, and the reason I keep saying, you know, to check them out is because they have become such a reassuring, solidifying aspect of my experience, and I hope for other people as well, because it's one of those things where I feel like the need to trust the divine and getting out of our head, sometimes we need that extra little boost, and that's kind of why I do that, and I feel like Spirit pushes me to do that as well. So if you do decide to check it out, it's just the same as my YouTube handle, but on Instagram, JS Tarot Service. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate you. If this resonated with you, I guess, I don't know, I don't want to be like and subscribe. I don't want to fall into that thing, but if you do, just like and subscribe, I guess. I don't know. But regardless, guys, I really do appreciate you. I wish the best for you and your person. And just a reminder, you can trust this. I'm going to say it again. Trust in the beauty of your life. Trust in the beauty of the divine. And everything will work out just as it's supposed to in divine timing, guys. But until then, yeah, you guys have a beautiful rest of your day and whenever you see this. And I will see you in the next reading. Yeah.